Good morning, students. This is length of plane curves third video. See, already we learned this one. Rectification means rectification is a process of finding the length of the given curve. Okay. Here we using integration method. Here we have four types of equations. So we have four types of formulas. See what are the formulas here. If the function y equals to f of x, if the function is y equals to f of x, we use s equals to integral x1 to x2 1 plus dy by dx whole square and the root dx. If the function is in the form x equals to f of y, we use s equals to y1 to y2 integral y1 to y2 root 1 plus dx by dy whole square dy. Okay, the first and second are is in Cartesian form, and third one is parametric equation. That means if the equation x equals to f of v, y equals to g of t, then the formula to find the length of the arc is s equals to integral t1 to t2 root dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. If last one is polar equation, if the equation is in the form r equals to f of theta is called polar equation, then the formula is s equals to integral theta 1 to theta 2 root r square plus dr by d theta whole square into d theta. These are the four types of formulas. Okay, see here, what is the first sum? Find the length of the arc of the parabola x square equals to 4ay. What is the equation here? X square equals to 4ay. Then x square equals to 4 measured from the vertex to one extreme of the latus rectum. See, this is the graph of the given equation or given parabola x square equals to 4ay graph. This is okay. Here what is vertex here? Vertex is v vertex v equals to 0 comma 0 and one extreme of the latus rectum is, see what is the extreme latus rectum here? This is the latus rectum. One extreme means say b. We have to find the length between v to b. This is vertex v and this is the one end of the latus rectum b. At b, the point is 2a comma a is the point at b, and at v 0 comma 0 is the point. So we take the limits of the x function x equals to 0 from 0 0 x1 equals to 0 and 2a comma a x2 equals to 2a. These are the limits of the given equation. Okay, see here, and given equation is from the graph the limit points are x1 equals to 0 x2 equals to 2a. Already we told that procedure. First we draw a graph of the given equation and find the limit points of that equation. After that we find the derivative of that equation. After finding all these values, we substitute in the given formula. Okay, see, first we draw the graph. From the graph the limit points are x1 equals to 0 and x2 equals to 2a. Okay, now we are going to find that first derivative of the given equation. What is our equation? X square equals to 4ay. That implies y equals to what? X square by 4a. Now we differentiate y with respect to x. So I write d by dx on both sides in 1. So d by dx of y equals to d by dx of x square by 4a. But x square by 4a, 1 by 4a is the constant. So I write 1 by 4a outside and I differentiate x square with respect to x. Is it clear or not? First we draw the graph of given equation. What is the given equation? X square equals to 4ay is our given equation. So this is the graph. In this graph, what we find this? We find the length of the parabola from vertex to one extreme of the latus rectum. What is that vertex here? V is the vertex. What is the point at V? 0 comma 0 is the point at V. Okay, and from vertex to one extreme of the latus rectum, where latus rectum is, this green line is called latus rectum. It has two extremes. This one at xy axis, see, x dash y dash. X dash y plane has one latus rectum. Okay, see here, this green line is called latus rectum. It has two extremes. One is at xy plane and other one is x dash y plane. Okay, this is one, this is two. It has two latus rectums. But here we want to measure from vertex to one extreme only. Say this is B. What is the point at B? B is 2a comma a. 2a comma a is the point of B. So we find the length between vertex to V to B. So this is V to B. What is the point at A? 0, 0. Okay, from these 2 points I write the limit points of x1 and x2. From this is the x1 y1 point, this is x2 y2 point. From first point what is x1? 0, and second point what is x2? 2a. This is the limit points of our given equation. First we draw the graph and we find the limits. After that we differentiate the given equation. What is our given equation? X square equals to 4ay. That implies what is y here? X square by 4a. Say 1. Equation number 1. Now we differentiate y with respect to x. So I write d by dx on both sides in y. In equation 1. So I write d by dx of y equals to d by dx of x square by 4a. But in x square by 4a, 1 by 4 is the constant. So I write outside and differentiate only x square term. Next, d by dx of y is dy by dx and 1 by 4a as it is I write. What is the differentiation of x square? 2x. Where 2 and 4 cancel, the remaining term is x by 2a. Therefore, the derivative of the given equation is x by 2a. We have limit values and then we have first derivative. Okay. Now I write the formula of the length of arc of the given equation. See, length of arc of S equals to, what is the formula? Here, what is the equation we have? X square by 4a. Okay. That means y equals to f of x model. So we use first formula. Okay. What is the first formula? Integral x1 to x2 root 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. What are x1, x2 here? 0 to 2a root 1 plus what is dy by dx? X by 2a whole square. Okay. Next, that implies s equals to 0 to 2a root 1 plus x by 2a whole square means x square by 2a whole square. Now I take LCM. What is LCM here? 2a by whole square is the LCM. So what is numerator? 2a square into 1, 2a square plus x square. In denominator we have 2a whole square. So I write root denominator and numerator separately. See here. So root numerator by root denominator. In denominator the term has square. So I cancel root and square. What is the remaining? 2a is the denominator. So I write 1 by 2a at outside. See. See 2a is the denominator. So I write 1 by 2a at outside and remaining term is integral 0 to 2a root 2a whole square plus x square dx. Here we have to integrate the function root a square plus x square. Okay. Which type of function we have here? Root a square plus x square model function we integrate here. So I write the formula of root a square plus x square. What is the formula of root a square plus x square? See here, x by 2 integral root a square plus x square into is the formula of integral root a square plus x square is x by 2 root x square plus a square by 2 sin h inverse x by a. This is the formula of integral root a square plus x square. But here we have x square is as it is, but in a square place we have 2a square. So I put x equals to x and a equals to 2a in this formula. Are you clear? Here also we have the same model equation. What is that equation? 2a square plus x square. But we have the formula for a square plus x square. What is the difference? In formula we have a, but in this equation we have 2a. So I put x equals to x and a equals to 2a in this formula. So that implies s equals to, what we have to write first? X by 2. So I write x by 2 root x square. What is a square here? 2a whole square plus a square by 2. That means 2a square by 2 sin h inverse. X by a means 2a. And what are the limits here? 0 to 2a. So I write 0 to 2a in bracket. Okay. 1 by 2a. First I wrote 1 by 2a and remaining is the same as the formula. Okay. Next, First I substitute the limit value 2a in this equation. So put x equals to 2a. X by 2 means 2a by 2. X square means 2a whole square plus already 2a whole square we have, and 2a whole square means what is the value of 2a whole square? 4a square by 2 sin h inverse x by 2a means 2a by 2a. What now cancel all that, what 2 by 2 and 2 4 by 2 and 2 by 2, what we get here? Minus, and I wrote, see, minus and substitute 0 also in this given equation. Put x equals to 0 here. What about this term? 0 into something means 0. So this is 0 plus sin h inverse 0 by 2a means sin h inverse 0 is, this is also 0. So we have only 0. So I write 0. Okay, see, minus 0 the last term. Next what we have here, get here, first a 1 by 2a at outside. Next a into what is root term? 4a square plus 4a square, that means 8a square plus 2 to 4 cancel, after get 2a square sin h inverse 2a cancel here though 1, 2a square sin h inverse. This is the next line. See here, 1 by 2a into root a square 2a square into sin h inverse 1. Okay, same 1 by 2a as it is I write a. Root 8 means what we write? 2 into 4. What is root 4? 2, and root 2 means root 2. So root 8 is, what is the value of root 8? 2 root 2. So I write 2 root 2. And root a square means a. Okay, here we have root 8a square, that means root 8 into root a square. Root 8 means 2 root 2. Root a square means a. So I write 2 root 2 a. Before that we have a, so I write same as it is a. Okay, next 2a square, same, sin h inverse 1, what we have here? Sin h inverse 1. But we know the formula of sin h inverse x. What is the formula of sin h inverse x? Log x plus root 1 plus x square. This is the formula of sin h inverse x. But here we have sin h inverse 1. So that means we put x equals to 1 this formula. Put x equals to 1, log x plus means 1 plus root 1 plus x square means 1 plus 1 square. This is the formula of sin h inverse 1. Okay, next s equals to a2 root 2 into a by this denominator 2a, and 2a square log 1 plus root 1 plus 1 square means 1 root 2 by 2a. So I multiplied 1 by 2a with 2 terms. Okay, so by 2a by 2a. Here 2a cancel. Remaining term is root 2a. Here also 2a cancel. Remaining term is a log 1 plus root 2. Now taking a common from these two terms, what is the value of s? A into root 2 plus log 1 plus root 2. This is the length of the arc of the given parabola. What is our parabola? X square equals to 4ay. Okay, are you understand? Next, see, what is the given sum? Find the length of the arc of r equals to, what is the equation here? R equals to a cos cube theta by 3. R equals to a cos cube theta by 3. This is the our arc or our curve. What is the curve equation here? R equals to a cos cube theta by 3. This is the graph of the r equals to a cos cube theta by 3. See here, first the point starts from 0. This is the 0. See here, this is the 0. After that, see, this is the 0. Start from the point starts here and rotate like this. See, pink line, and again here like this. Okay, the total angle of this curve is, see, like this. That means this, the total angle is 3 pi. The starting angle is 0 and total this arc angle is 3 pi. So our limits are theta 1 equals to 0 and theta 2 equals to 3 pi. Okay, is it clear? From starting angle is 0. The arc starts from at the angle theta equals to 0 and rotates 3 pi times. So that angle is 3 pi. So these are the limit points of the given graph. First we draw the graph and find the limit values. What are the limit values here? Theta 1 equals to 0 and theta 2 equals to 3 pi. Okay, next we have to find the derivative of the given equation. See here, what is the given equation? From the graph, the limit points are theta 1 equals to 0 and theta equals to 3 pi, and given equation is r equals to cos cube theta by 3. Okay. Now we differentiate 1 with respect to theta. So I write d by d theta on both sides in equation 1. So d by d theta of r equals to d by d theta of cos cube theta by 3. Next, dr by d theta equals to cos cube theta by 3. First we take this from x cube or x power n formula. Here we write first x power n formula. What is differentiation of x power n? N into x power n minus 1. What is n here? 3. So I write 3 into cos power 3 minus 1, that means 2 theta by 3. Okay. First here we find the differentiation of x power n formula. Here what is x here? Cos is the cos theta by 3 is the x and n is 3. What is the differentiation of x power n? N into x power n minus 1. What is n here? 3. So 3 into x power means cos theta by 3 power n minus 1 minus 3 minus 1. So I write 3 cos square theta by 3. Again I differentiate x term. What means cos theta by 3? So d by d theta of cos theta by 3. Differentiation of cos cube theta by 3 is 3 into cos square theta by 3 and again differentiate cos theta by 3. Next, 3 cos square theta by 3, and what is the differentiation of cos theta by 3? Minus sin theta by 3. Again I differentiate theta by 3 term. Here we differentiate 3 steps. First we differentiate cube function, after that cos function, after that theta by 3 function. Okay. Here we use 3 types of formula. First x power n formula. After that we differentiate x function, that means trigonometric cos formula. After that we differentiate angle theta by 3. Okay. See here. Cos cube theta by 3 differentiation is 3 cos square theta by 3 and differentiate cos theta by 3. Next, 3 cos square theta by 3. What is the differentiation of cos function? Minus theta by 3 and again we differentiate theta by 3. What is the d by d theta of theta by 3? Here 1 by 3 is the constant, theta differentiation is 1. So you get 1 by 3. See here. 3 cos square theta by 3 minus sin theta by 3 and differentiation of theta by 3. Same, I write same line. Okay. See here. 3 cos square theta by 3 same minus sin theta by 3 and differentiation of theta by 3 is 1 by 3. Now I cancel 3 and 3. We get, first I write minus cos square theta by 3 sin theta by 3. Okay. First I write minus cos square theta by 3 sin theta by 3. This is the value of first derivative of given equation. We have limit values. What are the limit values here? 0, 3 pi, and we have differentiating first derivative of given equation. So I write the formula of length of the arc in polar form. The given equation is in polar form. If the function has r comma theta, we say this is in polar form. So what is the formula of length of arc in polar form? S equals to integral theta 1 to theta 2. This is the formula. So don't write 0 to 3 pi. Write theta 1 to theta 2 root r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. This is the formula of length of arc in polar equation. Okay. Integral theta 1 to theta 2 root r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. What are theta 1 theta 2 here? 0, 3 pi. And root r square means given equation. What is r? Cos cube theta by 3 is our given equation. And next dr by d theta. already we find here dr by d theta. So now substitute all the values. Okay, see, first I write integral 0 to 3 pi root r square. What is r? Cos cube theta by 3 whole square minus what? Dr by d theta minus cos square theta by 3 into sin theta whole square. Okay, r square plus dr by d theta whole square. Next, cos cube theta by 3 whole square means cos power 6 theta by 3 minus whole square means plus cos square theta by 3 whole square means cos power 4 theta by 3 and sin theta by 3 whole square means sin square theta by 3. Okay, is it clear? This is r square, this is dr by d theta whole square. What is r? Cos cube theta by 3 is the our given r. So cos cube theta by 3 whole square means cos square theta by 6 cos power 6 theta by 3. And here we have two terms. First minus half whole square means plus cos square theta by 3 whole square cos power 4 theta by 3 and sin theta by 3 whole square means sin square theta by 3. Next, here I take common cos power 4 theta by 3. After taking cos power 4 by 3, what is the remaining term here? In cos power 6 theta by 3, I take cos power 4 theta by 3 common. So we have only cos square theta by 3. This is cos square. Okay. From these two terms, I take cos power 4 theta by 3 common. So remaining term is sin square theta by 3. Okay, next. Root, same cos power 4 theta by 3. What is bracket here? What is the term in this bracket? Cos square theta by 3 plus sin square theta by 3. That means 1. So what is the remaining term? Just root cos power 4 theta by 3. What is the value of root cos power theta by 3? Cos power 4 theta by 3 root means whole power 1 by 2. 2 cancel. So we get cos square theta by 3. See. Therefore S equals to integral 0 to 3 pi cos square theta by 3. Now I change cos square theta by 3 into cos terms. Okay. We know the formula of cos 2 theta. What is the formula of cos 2 theta in terms of cos square? Cos 2 cos square theta minus 1. Cos 2 theta have three formulas. What are they? Cos 2 theta have three formulas. First one is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Next one is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. And third one is cos square theta minus sin square theta. These are the three formulas of cos 2 theta. But here I take cos 2 theta formula in terms of cos. What is that? 2 cos square theta minus 1. That implies what is the value of cos square theta here? Cos square theta means minus 1. We take minus 1 into LHS. So cos 2 theta plus 1 and the by 2. This is the value of cos square theta. But here we have theta by 3 in place of theta. So what we get here? Put theta by 3 in theta place. That means cos 2 theta means here what here? Theta by 3 plus 1 by 2. That implies I write 1 by 2 outside and what the remaining term? 1 plus cos 2 theta by 3. Okay. Now we integrate this term. Okay. What is the integration of 1? Theta. And what is the integration of cos term? Sin 2 theta by 3. And what is the constant here? 2 by 3. I write in denominator. And the limits are 0, 3 pi. Okay. Here we have cos square theta by 3. I changed cos square theta by 3 in the form of cos 2 thetas. So I write 1 plus cos 2 theta by 3 by 2. That denominator I write it outside. Okay. Now integrate 1 plus cos 2 theta by 3. What is the integration of 1? Theta. And what is the integration of cos 2 theta by 3? Sin 2 theta by 3. And we write the constant 2 by 3 in denominator. And I put limits. Now I put the limit values 0, 3 pi in place of theta. First I put 3 pi. What we get? 1 by 2. Put theta equals to 3 pi. That means 3 pi. Sin 2 theta place we substitute 3 pi by 3 by 2 by 3. Okay. Before substitute these limits, first I write 2 by 3 denominator. I write in numerator. If the denominator 2 by 3 goes in numerator, what we have? 3 by 2. Okay. See here, s equals to 1 by 2 theta plus 3 by 2 sine 2 theta by 3, 0 to 3 pi are the limits. Next, first I substitute 3 pi in theta place. So, see 3 pi, 3 by 2 sine 2 same. I put theta equals to 3 pi, so 3 pi by 3 minus. Now I substitute the limit value 0 in theta place. So 0 plus 3 by 2 sine 2 into 0 by 3. Okay. Next. Now I cancel 3 and 3 in this term. What are the remaining term? 3 pi, 3 by 2 sine. After cancelling 3 what we have? 2 pi minus this is 0, and what is this here? Sine of 2 into 0 means 0, sine 0 means 0, so the total term became 0, so I write 0. Next 1 by 2 3 pi plus what is the value of sine 2 pi? 0. So what is the answer here? 3 pi into 1 by 2. 3 pi by 2 is the length of the given curve. What is our curve here? R equals to a cos cube theta by 3. No, just R equals to cos cube theta by 3. Okay, see here. Next, this is our first sum. See here. What is our equation here? R equals to a cos cube theta by 3. Okay. See, our equation is R equals to cos cube theta by 3, and the limits of are from the graph theta equals to theta 1 equals to 0 and theta equals to 3 pi are the limits of given equation. Now first I would find the first derivative of the given equation. Derivative means we differentiate the given equation with respect to theta. So I write d by d theta of R equals to d by d theta of cos cube theta by 3. What is the differentiation of cos cube theta by 3? Is first I write 3 cos square theta by 3 and again I differentiate the cos term. Next, what is the differentiation of cos term? Minus sin theta by 3. Again I differentiate the theta by 3 term. So differentiation of theta by 3 is 1 by 3. After 3 cancel, what is the remaining term? Minus cos square theta by 3 into sin theta by 3. This is the derivative of the given equation. Okay, we have limit values and derivative also. So I write the formula of given equations, length of arc of given equation in polar form. What is the formula here? S equals to, we have to write theta 1 to integral theta 1 to theta 2 root r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. Okay, after substituting all these values, we get what we get here? Cos square theta by 3. Now I change the cos square 2 by 3 in terms of cos thetas. So I write cos 2 formula of cos 2 theta. What is the formula of cos 2 theta? 2 cos square theta minus 1. That implies what is cos square theta value? 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Here we have theta by 3 in place of theta. So we have 1 plus cos 2 theta by 3 by 2 means 1 by 2. I write outside. After substituting limits, we get the answer is 3 pi by 2. This is the answer of given equation. Okay. See here, this is the third problem. Find the length of the arc of the parabola y square equals to 4as. In first form, we solved x square equals to 4ay equation. In first sum, what is the given equation? X square equals to 4ay. But here, what is our parabola equation? Y square equals to 4ax. This is the graph of y square equals to 4ax. Find the length of the arc of the parabola. Okay. Cut off by its latus rectum. You see, this is L and L dash is the latus rectum. Okay. Now we have to find the length of this parabola from L to O, O to L dash. Okay. See, L to O and O to L dash. This is our finding length. Okay, here we have to find this length from L to O to L dash. Here O to the distance between O to L and O to L dash are both are same. So I will find only from O to L only, and after finding this I double this answer. Okay, we get the full length of the given arc. Okay, first I find the length of the OL arc only. Okay, from O to L. After that I double it, we get the length of the arc of the parabola. Okay, see here from the graph, what is the starting point? O is the starting point. That means 0, 0. Origin is the O. And at L, what is the value of x here? A. So the limits are x1 equals to 0 and x2 equals to a. These are the limits of given equation. Here we have to find the length of the arc of parabola. That means from L to O and O to L dash. This is the our finding length. But we find only half length. That means O to L length. And after that we double that length, we get the full length of the given arc. Okay, so from 0 O to L, what is the point at O? 0, 0 is the point at O, and at L x equals to a. So what are the limits here? x1 equals to 0 and x2 equals to a are the limits of given equation. Okay, see from the given graph, the limit points are x1 equals to 0, x2 equals to a. Next, given equation is y square equals to 4ax. That means I write in form of y equals to f of x, but here we have y square, so I take root on both sides. That implies y equals to root 4ax. Root 4 means 2, root a means root a and root x. This is the value of y from given equation. Here we have y square term, so I take root on both sides, I get value of y. Now I differentiate this equation 1 with respect to x, I get the derivative of the given equation. Okay, so I write d by dx on both sides in 1, d by dx of y equals to, what is the constant in 2 root ax? In 2 root x, what is the constant? 2 root a is the constant. I write outside and I differentiate only root x. What is the differentiation of root x? 1 by 2 root x. Here 2 to cancel. What is the remaining term? Root a by root x is the derivative of the given equation. See here. Therefore, dy by dx equals to root a by root x. Next, see. Now we have limit values x1 equals to 0 and x2 equals to a are the limit points, and we have derivative also. So I write the formula of length of the arc in Cartesian form. What is the formula here? S equals to integral x1 to x2 root 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. Okay, now substitute these values. What are the x1, x2? 0 to a, integral 0 to a, root 1 plus, what is dy by dx here? Root a by root x whole square dx. That implies s equals to integral 0 to a root 1 plus a by root x whole square means a by x dx. Okay, this is the formula of length of the arc in Cartesian form. I substitute limit values x1 and x2, that means 0 to a in limit, and 1 plus, what is dy by dx here? Root a by root x whole square means a by x. 1 plus a by x is the root value. Next, see here, what is the s here? 0 to a root 1 plus a by x dx. This is our s value. Okay, now 1 plus a by x, let x equals to at square. Here let x equals to at square, then differentiate. What is dx? 2at dt is the dx value. Okay, 2a is constant, a is constant. What is t square differentiation? 2t. So I write 2at dt. Let x equals to at square, that implies dx is 2at dt. If you change the x term in terms of t, you have to change the limit values also. At x, first, what is the limit value first? X equals to 0. but we let x equals to at square. That implies at square equals to 0. That implies the limit value is at t equals to 0. Similarly, at x equals to a, what is x here? At square. So at square equals to a cancel, t square equals to 1. That implies t equals to plus or minus 1. Okay? See here. Are you understand? See, this is our equation, y square equals to 4ax. But I take y value, so I take root on both sides. That implies 2 root a root x is the value of y. Now I differentiate. Dy by dx equals to 2 root a is the constant and root x differentiation is 1 by 2 root x. Therefore, dy by dx equals to root a by root x. And we have limit values also. So I write formula of given equation, length of arc. Root integral x1 to x2 1 plus dy by dx whole square. What are x1 x2? Integral 0 to a 1 plus what is dy by dx? Root a by root x. So root a by root x whole square. So we get 0 to a 1 plus a by x and the root. Here in a by x let x equals to 80 square. What is dx here? 280 dt is the dx value. And we changed limit also. At x equals to 80 square, what is the first limit? 0. X equals to 0. That implies 80 square equals to 0. That implies t equals to 0. At x equals to 0, the value at t, okay, at x, for x equals 0, t also 0. Now let x equals to a. That implies a equals to 80 square. That implies t equals to plus or minus 1. See. Here I take value t equals to 1. So, what are the limits we have? 0 to a root 1 plus a by x means 80 square. What is dx here? 280 dt. Okay. Here I cancel a and a. The remaining term is 1 plus 1 by t square. After taking LCM, what we get here? T square plus 1 by t square and the root. But I write root numerator and denominator separately. That implies root t square plus 1 by root t square into 280 dt. Root t square means what? T. So I cancel root and square here. See here. First 2, 0 to 1, root t square plus 1 by t into 280 dt. Now I cancel t and write 2a outside. Already we have 2. So 2 into 2a is 4a. Integral 0 to 1 root 1 square plus t square dt. I write t square plus 1 as root t square plus 1 square. That means x square plus a square formula here we used. Okay. Now apply the formula of root a square plus x square. Here a equals to 1 and x equals to t. That implies s equals to 4a. X by 2 means t by 2. Root a square plus x square means root 1 square plus t square. A square by 2 means 1 square by 2. Sin h inverse. X by a means t by 1. This is the formula of root 1 square plus t square integral. Okay. And 0, 1 are the limits. See. Next 4a t by 2 root 1 square plus t square. First I substitute the limit value 1 in t's place. So 4a t by 2 means 1 by 2 root 1 square plus t square means 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 by 2 sin h inverse t by 1 means 1 by 1. That means 1. Minus now I put the limit value 0. T by 2 means 0 by 2. So this is the 0 and sin h inverse 0 is 0. So I write minus 0 plus 0. Next. 1 by 2. What is 1 square plus 1 square root? Root 2 plus 1 by 2. What is here? Sin h inverse 1. See here. 4a into 1 by 2 root 2 1 by 2 sin h inverse 1. Now I multiplied with 4a. That means 4a root 2 by 2. 4a into 4a by 2 sin h inverse 1. What is the formula of sin h inverse 1? Log 1 plus root 1 plus x square. Here put x equals to 1. So log 1 plus root 1 plus 1 whole square. Here 2 cancel. Here also 2 cancel. What is the remaining term? 2a root 2 plus 2a log 1 plus root 2. Now we take 2a common, we get root 2 plus log 1 plus root 2. This is the length of the arc of given parabola y square equals to 4ax. Is it clear? See. Up to this line, no doubt, but here we let x equals to 80 square. We have to remember this one, okay? Here let x equals to 80 square is the important thing, and the limits also, we changed the limits also. At x equals to 0, the value of t is 0. At x equals to a, the value of t is 1. So we get, see, 0 to 1. 1 plus a by x means 80 square. Here a cancel. What is the LCM? T square plus 1 by root t square means t. After taking root, we get t. So t cancel. Rate 2a outside. So 4a integral 0 to 1 root 1 plus t square dt is the s value. Here we applied the formula of root a square integration root a square by x a square plus x square formula. And after substituting limit values, we get the value is, what is the value we get here? S equals to 2a into root 2 1 plus 1 plus 1. Log 1 plus root 2 is the length of the given arc. Okay. Thank you.